Hello and welcome to PlayStation Grenade. It's time to jump back into myth-busting mode and find answers to the Fortnite questions you have. They can be serious, they can be absolutely implausible and completely absurd. Simply comment below with your myth and upvote your favourites. So here we go, Chapter 2, Season 2 of Myth Chasers. If you enjoy this, please think about using code ADAMARU in the shop. And now, let's stop messing around, bring on the myths. To start, we have a myth that needs answering. Does a mini-boss fly at Steamy stacks? I'm sure you agree this is of imperative importance. We tried to decide which of the bosses we were going to take to Steamy stacks, and then realised it's actually impossible to get most of them there because they don't stay alive long enough when knocked. Which means we can only use the yacht, and therefore this buff cat is our victim. So before I play this, what do you think happens when we get him to Steamy stacks? Will he float away or drop like a stone in that Kevin juice? Let's check. Did you guess right? He floats in the updraft and waits for his demise. We also tested this with grunts and henchmen, and yes, the same thing happens. Pretty damn epic to me. I don't think this will change how we play Fortnite, but it's important all the same. Well, that's not the end of this myth. We also discovered something else. Did you know it's actually possible to interrogate someone whilst they are floating in midair? Again, completely pointless information, but dumb science is what we all need right now. Our next myths are all about the new Metal Gear Solid cardboard box item. There's tons of these to get through, so let's crack on. First, boxes stop fall damage. There's not a chance that this is right, is there? Well, let's try it all the same. Here we go. Definitely not. Rip the dream. Next, you can use a launch pad and keep your box. This can't be right either, can it? Well, here we go. And holy shizzle, Batman, it's true. We can use a launch pad with a cardboard box around us. Our umbrella smashes a hole in the top and we carry on regardless. Another box myth. Boxes can go across zip lines. This one sounds impossible, but let's try it. And as expected, it doesn't work sadly. But then we found if you stand in the exact right place, it is indeed possible. Check this out. Who'd have thunk it? We can use zip lines whilst inside a box. What a world we live in. Let's have another box myth. Boxes can be weaponized with C4. Oh my gosh, this sounds epic. It reminds me of the old shopping cart C4 shenanigans. So let's try it. At first, it's looking pretty good. It's absolutely broken, but the C4 sticks to that box, or near it anyway, and it follows any movement from that character. But here's the real moment of truth. Can we explode this and knock our opposition? Hell yes we can. The C4 box strat is officially here. Expect to see every single daily YouTuber doing something with this from now on. I think this video is worth a like just for that. And to finish the cardboard shenanigans, let's go back to basics. It's possible to rocket ride in a box. Yeah, I couldn't resist. No messing about, let's make them fly. And of course, it works absolutely beautifully. I could honestly watch that all day. I really could. As rocket riding is already on the menu, let's take this up a notch. What about this myth? It's possible to rocket ride a henchman. Now this is a good myth. Off we trekked in search of a rocket launcher before the storm and other players took us out. When all was failing, we found it and decided to go to Housewatch.
You're breathtaking!
Yeah, I just wanted to use that title one last time. Rest in peace, Housewatch. Here's the moment of truth. Nope. Alright, the first attempt was terrible. Here's attempt number 2. Holy shizzle Batman, that is simply beautiful. The bot was even kind enough to stay completely still once he landed on the rocket. What a guy. Now let's throw that myth your way. Can you rocket ride a henchman that is still stood up? I'm gonna try before the next episode, but if you manage it, please hit me up on my Twitter DMs. I'm Adam Grenade, and remember to share your video on YouTube so I can get it in the next episode. Good luck. Is it possible to rocket ride a henchman that is still on their feet? Let's go back to the boxes for a few more myths. First, we wanted to check that even though traps aren't in the game, they may be coming back. So we tested this. Boxes block trap damage. On this replay file for some reason it says start bus. I have no idea why it's here, so let's cover it up. Nice, back to the myths. Testing trap damage was simple enough. I invited a few people from the Discord and they jumped into game and wandered around the ship in boxes. And this happened. Oh well, I guess this myth is busted straight away. To double check though, I decided to use dart traps and found something mind-blowing. The boxes are thick enough to repel the darts and poison damage. Interesting, isn't it? As a little extra detail, it's also apparent that if the player has their head out of the box or their feet are showing underneath and they are hit by the darts, they will take damage. Bloody brilliant myth busting. So chapter 2 has introduced a way to throw consumable items between teammates. What a wholesome activity. So we set ourselves a task. Can consumables eliminate enemies? I know, it's a tall ask. We started by attempting to push one another from ledges, hoping that a tiny bit of velocity was enough to move the player off the edge. It wasn't. When standing or kneeling, it was completely impossible. But then we noticed that if the throwable hit the person in the foot when they weren't in touch with the ground, it pushed them forward. So that's our starting point. The only thing we can do now is build a sky base to attempt to push each other off. It didn't take long at all. This myth is proven. Yes, a bandage can kill a player. We weren't finished there. We wanted to try something even more epic. Can a throwable healing item prevent fall damage? So the exact same thing, we need to get to the ground stood on top of a shield or a bandage. Is it possible? From the same skybase, in the same match, moments later, we did this. Can you believe your eyes? A simple shield pot took a player to the ground without any fall damage at all. It's so unfathomable, the game's replay file is having a fit attempting to comprehend the numbers, Mason. Let's hope this doesn't count as cheating. Okay, I'm scared to try this again, but I am totally impressed by it. So there we have it, another batch of myths. Which was your favourite? The flying cat maybe? Please let me know if you'd like more in this series. I don't want to overdo it, so let me know when you want another episode. Oh, and if you have a myth, please throw it my way in the comments below, and look around and upvote your favourites down there too. That would really help. To end, let's get the legends on screen. Thank you so much for using code ADAMARU this season, I really appreciate you. If your name isn't here, I probably haven't got to your DM yet on Twitter, but I will do, because we're family, aren't we? Right, I'll get my annoying voice out of your ear holes. I'm Adam from PlayStation Grenade. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'll see you next time. By the way, if you saw the super secret, super thick penny in this, write down the time code. Let's see if you're right.